Did you know that the real crimes of Kurri Kurri are done by people of all ages? In this part, we discovered that the same crime of Kurri may be done by young people or mature-aged people, and pretty much anyone in between. Same crime, same court date, but different ages. Let's look at the speeding cases from the 25th of February 2025 court date. First case was described by the magistrate as, quote, the stuff of nightmares, end quote. This young driver was caught doing 147 k's per hour. She was convicted and fined $574. Next case is a driver who holds a P2 licence who is described as young and inexperienced. Caught 24 k's over in a 50k zone. They are convicted and fined $220 and further suspended. So 2 examples of young drivers. On the same day, there are examples of mature age drivers with speeding cases. A driver appears here at Kurri Kurri Local Court because they are appealing their licence suspension. The court hears the driver has held their driver's licence since 1981, but they have 2 previous speeding offences on their record, one from 1984 and the other is from 1985. Yes, there was discussion about speeding offences from the 80s. Fast forward 40 years to 2025, where the driver had been caught doing 94 k's in a 60 zone. The driver, who is self-represented, explains they drive on this road every day. We hear the spot where they are caught is between 2 roadworks. They thought the area was an 80 zone rather than a 60 zone. Anyways, there's discussion about what zone it is. In the end, because of the driver's good driving history and mistakes about zones can happen, the court sets aside the suspension. The next mature age driver has held their driver's licence for 44 years. Doing the math, they also started driving in 1981, like the last driver, right? The court hears in the past 44 years, the driver has only lost 1 demerit point. It's explained they have an excellent driving record and have had no previous entanglements with the law. Now we hear that this is a traffic offence, but we don't actually hear what traffic offence it is. Of course, the court knows because it's written in the paperwork. However, for us in the gallery, because we don't have grounds to access the court file, we rely on the charge being said out loud. During the sentencing, the magistrate says words like they want to speak to the community via the sentence. I take it to mean the purpose is to denounce the behaviour and deter the community from doing the offence. So we hear the sentence, which is a community corrections order for 18 months. However, for this sentence to have an impact outside the courthouse, we need to both hear about it, and there's no public information about this case. There's no newspaper stories. You had to be in the gallery to hear about the case. And second, we perhaps need a little more information, such as the crime, to be deterred from doing that crime. It's not often we hear about cases from Kurri Kurri Local Court, but if you do hear about one, we know it can be done by any age group, except the very young, as under 18s go to the kids' court, which is a whole other conversation. Anyways, cases like these show that it doesn't matter if you've held a driver's licence for 4 minutes or 44 years. You may be charged with the real crime of Kurri Kurri.